In the preparation phase, Serena's shoulders and trunk are rotated towards the right-hand side of her body, and this is in preparation for the following phase, whereas mine is straight forward facing the neck. So a way for me to prepare for my next phase would be for me to turn my body towards the right-hand side of my body. Serena's feet are shoulder width apart, there, with her weight on her front foot, which is the right foot, and this is angled towards the right post or net for aim. So her foot positioning with shoulder width apart means that she has a wide base of support, which increases her stability. And my feet are shoulder width apart, about there. And my foot is angled towards the right hand post as well, which is for aim. Serena's centre of gravity is about here and mine is about there. So centre of gravity is lower in women as we have more mass concentrated around our hips and below us, making us more stable than men. Serena also has hip flexion and slight knee flexion, so bending forwards, and which means that her centre of gravity is lower to the ground than her. So lowering her centre of gravity means that she is more stable. So a way for me to improve my stability would be by flexing my knees and hips, which would lower my centre of gravity, which would make me more stable. So my line of gravity, the closer the line of gravity is to the centre of the base of support, the more stable you'll be. So Serena's line of gravity is about here, and her centre of base of support is about here. So her line of gravity is quite close to her centre of her base of support, which means that she is quite stable. And my line of gravity is about here, which is only just in my base of support, not quite close to my centre of support. The centre of my base of support. So moving my line of gravity closer to the centre of my base of support would increase my stability. Initially, Serena has all her weight on her front foot, which we can see here. Her front foot is in plantar flexion, or her back foot is in plantar flexion. When she starts the motion, she begins to transfer her weight onto her back foot, there, leaving her front foot there in dorsiflexion, with her toes turned up, and there is flexion towards the tibia. The joint type being used in this movement is the condyloid, which is the ankle joint. Bones around this joint is the tibia, fibula and tarsals. For this movement, when moving from plantar section to dorsiflexion, the agonist is the tibialis anterior and the antagonist being the gastrocnemius and the soleus. For my preparation phase, I started and finished in the same position, which is plantar flexion of the back foot and just flat foot for the front foot. Transferring my weight into my back foot and then shifting it forward in the following phase would allow me to gain more momentum and power to project forward and upwards in the following phase.